It's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Just 4 days after the great Dick Van Dyke celebrated his 98th birthday, we figured this was the perfect weekend to celebrate him. Tracy Smith does the honors.
Oh, chitty, you chitty, pretty, chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, we love you.
Oh yeah, he still got it.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang, what we'll do. No, chitty.
At 98, Dick Van Dyke still sings with his group, the Vantastics, and still makes it all look easy.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, fine for a friend, a chitty, chitty friend. Woo!
That was great.
I didn't even know they were coming.
How important is it that you're having fun when you're doing it?
That's, my whole career has depended on that. If I'm not enjoying myself, I'm really bad. I am. It's such a blessing to find a way of making a living that you love, that you do for nothing. I feel so sorry for people who hate their jobs. I look forward to going to work every morning.
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
And some of his work helped define a generation.
Imagine Minneapolis without St. Paul, it's harmony. That's all.
Take The Dick Van Dyke Show. It ran for 5 years on CBS, and it was such a hit that they're bringing it back. Sorta.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week, CBS will air a 2-hour tribute. Dick Van Dyke, 98 Years of Magic. And for the occasion, they even recreated the original Dick Van Dyke Show set, down to that well-known ottoman.
The famous living room is an example of mid-century modern design, but the scripts had no reference to the time period at all. No pop culture, no slang, no politics. They wanted the Dick Van Dyke Show to be, like the man himself, timeless.
Mary Poppins, get me time.
Early in his career, Van Dyke was quoted as saying he only wanted to make films his children could watch. That got the attention of Walt Disney, who promptly cast him in Mary Poppins. Bad Cockney accent and all.
What did I tell you? There's the whole world at your feet.
Oh, you pretty chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, we love you.
And his next few films were equally family-friendly, like this one, which was based on a book by James Bond creator Ian Fleming.
Bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, our fine four-fender friend.
From then on, Van Dyke was almost always typecast as the good guy.
Did you miss out on some big parts?
Yeah, I could have been James Bond.
You could have been James Bond.
Yeah. When Sean Connery left, the producer said, would you like to be the next Bond? And I said, have you heard my British accent? Click. That was the end of that.
Is that true?
That's a true story.
Chief, I am a candidate for mayor.
Dick Van Dyke's career went on, of course. He made more movies and more TV shows.
What have I got here?
An elephant.
An elephant.
He also survived alcoholism and built a body of work that has yet to be finished.
Is there one thing that people say to you that gets to you that makes you say, oh, I did this right?
I'm on my 3rd generation. I'm getting letters from little kids. And that is what I love, that they watch the movies over and over. No, I'm getting so much more mail today than I did during the heyday of my career.
It seems that in showbiz, the true legends never stop. Just look at this interview from 2017 with his friends Norman Lear and Carl Reiner.
There's something about 90, hitting 90.
I know I can get applause just standing up.
People are more afraid of aging than they are death these days. And we need to tell them there's a lot of good living to do.
The last time that I sat down and had a long conversation with you, it was with Norman on one side and Carl.
Yes, my 2 favorite human beings.
Yeah. And they're both gone now.
Both gone, yeah, I can't believe it.
Is it hard to wrap your mind around that?
Yes. Well, everybody I knew and worked with, there's no one left.
How do you deal with that?
Well, I try not to, by making new friends and, getting involved in a lot of things. I try to keep busy.
So I know you think about this. Do you think about why you're still around?
As I've said, if I had known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. Yeah, because I went through that whole period of alcoholism. But my wife, God bless her, makes sure that I go to the gym 3 days a week and do a full workout. And then I do these.
And his workouts are pretty legendary, as Anthony Mason saw in 2021. But it's kept him going and going.
You wrote something in your autobiography, don't be scared of dying, be more frightened that you haven't finished living.
That was a good quote I said. Get your living done first and have the nerve to try something. Failure's okay.
I read something about you. You do the New York Times crossword in pen.
Yeah.
What does that say about you?
That I'm very confident.
I feel like I could fly.
Still, the taping of his special last week left him pretty speechless.
This is just mind-blowing. I can't have any words, you know, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's past my bedtime, not even sleeping.
With his wife Arlene at his side, it was a tribute to a remarkable life that even he still can't believe is his.
You never planned any of this?
No, I never did. As a businessman, I'm not much good. I would do a movie or something and come home and just sit down and wait for the phone to ring. I wasn't aggressive. So I was out of work a lot because I didn't go out and look for it.
And how did that sit with you?
Well, I didn't mind it. I'm pretty lazy, really. When I'm having fun, you know, all right. But I'm a lazy person.
Really?
Not a lot. I don't have a lot of drive. I've been very lucky.
Wow.
Always somebody to pick me up and put me over there.
That's wonderful. It just sort of happened.
It did. It just happened.
Absolutely.
And then, right in front of us, this happened.
So you think you got trouble? Well, trouble.
He started singing again, and the weight of nearly 100 years fell away. And Dick Van Dyke was what he's always been, a happy kid.
When you find the joy of living is loving and giving, you'll be there when the winning dice are tossed. A smile is just a frown that's turned upside down, and smile in that frown deep frost. And don't forget to keep your fingers crossed. Wow.
Yeah! So awesome.